Family, so Instagram has officially came out and said that it's no longer just a photo sharing app, which is kind of crazy because I'm sure people have shared over 1 billion photos to Instagram to date.
What did he just say?
What the hell?
So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you really the best strategies that I think you need to implement moving forward if you wanna be on the Instagram algorithm's good side.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep! And if you really want to grow organically for the rest of the year. So if you're excited, go ahead and thumbs up the video. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you get value, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my uploads. But without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so boom, if you really want to grow organically on Instagram in 2021 and 2022 moving forward, you are gonna have to incorporate more video content on your Instagram. Pretty much where Instagram is, they're seeing the success of YouTube and they're really seeing the success of TikTok, and they really want to transition from just being photos to being more video friendly. We've already seen that with Instagram Reels and their implementation of that, and I'm going to get to that in a second, but they really want to be a dominant force in the video space. So you're gonna see a lot of the algorithm favoring video, and even in the CEO's little, I guess it's not even really a press conference, but he just got on Instagram and talked, right? And so when he was talking, he said they're gonna develop a lot more recommendations so you get more organic reach, very similar to what TikTok is doing with their For You page. So if you're not using video right now, you need to be incorporating video more and more. And I'm gonna tell you right now the 3 best strategies and the 3 best ways to implement video into your content strategy. So the number 1 way, you guys probably have already guessed, is Reels. Reels is so important, you guys. Like if you're not creating Reels on Instagram, you are not going to get the level of engagement and views that your account deserves, okay? And so for me right now, whenever I post a Reel, my Instagram account has about 5,000 followers, a little bit over that. And every time I post a Reel, I'm getting anywhere between, I would say 25% to 50% reach with my account. So that means I'm getting about 1,000 to 2,000 and sometimes even more eyeballs on my content with Instagram Reels. Versus any other content piece that I create, I don't get nearly as much engagement as I get with Instagram Reels. So if you're not using it, you definitely need to use it. Now, some good strategies that I've seen work for me and for other people is utilizing TikTok trends. Yes, you want to use TikTok to create your Instagram Reels. So it feels like, and a lot of creators have said this as well, is that whatever you see on TikTok eventually shows up on Instagram about 3 to 5 business days later. So if you see a trend that's popping on TikTok, take that trend and try to figure out how can you incorporate that trend into your niche. So if you're in the beauty niche, then you need to tailor that trend to the beauty niche. Or if you're like me, if you're in marketing, tailor it to marketing. Figure out a way that you can take a trending video on TikTok and make it into your own niche on Instagram. And that is working very well for people. And then also very short tutorials and how-to content is doing very well. So on Instagram, you only have 30 seconds versus 60 seconds on TikTok. So if you can hit people with some real quick, punchy information, that does very well as well. So being creative with your Instagram Reels is really going to positively impact your account. Now, a lot of people ask how many Reels should they be posting a week? I say if you can post at least 1 Reel a day, that's a really good starting place. But if you can't post 1 Reel a day, that's totally understandable. Anywhere between 3 to 5 is still okay too. But if you want the most engagement with your account, posting 1 Reel a day is really the sweet spot for Instagram. And then obviously if you can post more, post more. But yeah, one reel a day is really, really good. And then another question that I get asked a lot with reels is, should you use hashtags or not? I've kind of played with this, and I think it doesn't hurt to use hashtags. I would say use bigger hashtags, right? Because if you use too small of hashtags that not a lot of people are following, then the Instagram reel is not going to show up. So if you are going to use hashtags, definitely use hashtags in at least 100 posts or up. I see that those do the best with Instagram Reels. The second video strategy that you want to implement is IG Lives. IG Lives are really, really good to grow your Instagram account. Now, I know for some of you, being on video, especially a live stream, is very, very scary, and I totally understand that. Some tips to help your live stream before you even get on is have some type of outline. The worst thing that you can do is think, especially if it's your first couple of IG lives, if you can just get on there and just talk and spitball, it's normally not gonna work out for you. You're probably gonna get nervous, you're gonna start rambling. Don't do that, especially if you're new to IG lives. Have an outline, really have kind of like if you do YouTube, kind of like how I do my YouTube videos, I outline the video. Do that same thing with IG Live so you don't feel like you're rambling or getting nervous because you don't know what you're talking about. And don't be discouraged when you hop on IG Live and not a lot of people are on there. Just pretend like you're talking to one person, no matter how many people are actually live with you, because the cool thing about IG Lives, whenever you finish, you can post it as an IGTV. Now, what makes IG Live so powerful is your ability to collaborate with other people. So let's just say your account only has 1,000, maybe 2,000 followers, right? But if you can collaborate with other people and you can collaborate with up to 4 people at a time, well, technically 3, right? So imagine if they have 5,000 apiece. Now you have up to 15,000 people that you could possibly reach from one IG Live. So collaborating with other people on IG Live is a really, really good way to grow your account organically. And Instagram really favors live content, and they're trying to pay creators more with badges and stuff like that. So if you're not implementing IG Lives into your content strategy, you are really missing out. And then as well, make sure that you schedule them ahead of time. Make sure that you are very disciplined and dedicated with your IG Lives. Let your followers know that every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, you're gonna be on IG Live so they know when to show up for you. So the third strategy that I really want you guys to implement is utilizing video with IG stories. Now, I know you're probably thinking, you're like, Tonio, how is IG stories gonna help me grow my Instagram? Well, the thing is with IG stories, it's the perfect place to get on video and nurture your existing relationships, okay? And why that's so powerful is that the more that you build relationships with your current followers, right, the more they're gonna interact with your other content. So if people are interacting with you and building relationships with you on your IG stories, that's gonna translate to now they're more inclined to show up to your IG lives. They're more inclined to watch your reels. They're more inclined, right, to comment on and share your other posts, which would in turn, grow your account. So, IG stories is a place to where you're really investing into your audience and to where you hope that from those investments and those relationships built, they'll start to show your content to more people because they just like your content and they just like you. Does that make sense? Right? So you definitely want to nurture people as much as possible on your IG stories, and then in hopes that they interact with your other content. So even though I gave you some really, really good strategies when it comes to video, I don't want you guys to ditch photos 100%, okay? Still post your photos. A good, ratio from video to photos, I would say a good place to start is 60-40, or if you really want to go balls to the wall with your video content, I would say 70-30, but photos that I think are still gonna do well is pictures of yourself. Everybody likes to see you, right? So still post your photos. And then shareable content is always good. So quotes and teachable content, and then carousels. Instagram still loves carousels, so keep creating your carousels if that's something that you like to do. But again, don't give up on your photo content. They're just gonna be favoring video content moving forward. So I hope that this was helpful. If you like this video, check out some of these content pieces over here. Until next time, be easy.